Hello and welcome to What If, the WatchMojo show where we ask, what if? And today, what if Goodfellas was recast today? And to do this, I'm joined by a very special panel. We have our resident Guido, Ricardo Tucci, and we have a very special guest, Marcus Ryan from Australia. And I am your resident Greekster, Manny Sienna. So guys, we're doing this, we're framing it around the release of the movie Gotti, starring John Travolta. So I'm ready to jump into it. What about you guys?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Let's do it.
All right. So first up, we have the star of the movie, main character, Henry Hill, originally played by Ray Liotta. Now, Marcus, I throw to you. Who would you recast if this movie was made today?
Well, I'm a comedian, so I've kind of gone with a bit of a comedy angle today.
Okay.
And I really like the current guy who's on the scene to play Ray Liotta. Would, well, actually, not to play...
So is he playing Ray Liotta?
No, he's not.
Henry Hill?
Because he's narrating the whole film as well,
Okay.
in Goodfellas. So I would have to go with a very hilarious voice of Ray Romano.
Oh, man.
Ray Barone from Everybody Loves Raymond.
Damn.
I think his voice would be very comical.
Deborah! Honey!
It's a comedy angle. I'm doing all
I get
comedy
it.
today.
Ricky, who do you have?
Complete opposite direction. I did not do a comedy angle. I actually chose Zac Efron. Yeah, and here's why. Here's why.
It's a musical.
He's doing musical. I think he's doing Bundy, a Ted Bundy flick, where he's actually gonna get like serious. I think he needs a really good script, and I'd like to see him take on this like young gangster up and coming through the ranks. And I think we haven't seen anything really good from him, but he's got something there, man. He's got something. So.
5 minutes? You want 5 minutes, Denny?
Well, I have 5 minutes!
You know what? On the other ones, you've done pretty good picks, and I feel like this is one that's a little out of left field, but may work. I don't know if he's, up to par to be a serious guy.
You gotta give him a chance.
I went with Hollywood's pretty boy, right out of Canada, Ryan Gosling. Now, I know what you're thinking. Another movie with Ryan Gosling in it?
Yeah.
Let's just face it. He delivers in every role he does. I think this is a really good one, especially with the work that he did in The Nice Guys.
The other day in the car before we crashed, you're like, oh, check out my ankle gun. You said, you show me your ankle gun.
I think that this is right up his alley to take place in the 1960s that the original movie takes place in. I could be wrong. Anyways, you guys can obliterate me in the comments. It's my favorite movie, so
it's a solid
getting
pick.
it wrong.
It's a solid pick.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a safe bet.
Yeah.
It's a safe bet. So moving on, we have Jimmy Conway, originally played by Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro, yeah.
Robert De Niro, Martin Scorsese go hand in hand. Ricky, as you're drinking your coffee, who do you got?
Tom Hardy. He's been in the gangster roles. He's tough as nails. He's definitely got the acting chops to go toe to toe with De Niro's performance. I think, and he's gonna be in an upcoming biopic. He's gonna be Al Capone, actually.
Yeah.
So.
It is not the violence that sets a man apart. All right, it is the distance that he is prepared to go.
So, I like where you're going with this, Ricky. But before I say mine, I'd like to hear from Marcus.
So I was originally thinking Andy Samberg, but because De Niro is a very cheeky kind of character, and I think Samberg would be great for this. Big fan of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. But with your gangster kind of additions, I'm going to go with Jason Statham, who I think is a tough guy and also very funny in these kind of roles.
Very good. I like that. Jason Statham to replace Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
I don't know if the same caliber of actor, but maybe the same caliber of badass, I think.
He's got the gangster in him for sure.
Yeah. So I'm torn between two people. I know we're not supposed to pick two, we're supposed to pick one. My number one choice is a guy who we've seen become a bit of a badass, but also has a comedic side that can deliver those De Niro one-liners in the movies. It's John Hamm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I like
John Hamm has like this older, plus Jimmy Conway in the movie is not an Italian guy.
No,
He's Irish,
yeah.
right? And that's what brings him and Henry Hill together, is that they're both Irish and they can never be made. So I think having John Hamm, or because it's Robert De Niro, my other choice was Bobby Cannavale.
Oh my God.
From the show Vinyl. and other appearances that he's in. I feel he's a bit of an underrated
Yeah,
actor, and I feel like
sure.
this is the type of movie that could put him on the map if it was made today. I think he's good. He's your classic.
You'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
Guys, we cut Deadwood, okay? Then we got money to bring in new acts so we could promote the shit out of them like you keep telling me you want to do, but poor you, I never give you the firepower.
Right.
So let's move on. We have Tommy DeVito, the hothead of the group, the unhinged one, played by classic 80s and 90s toughest guy, Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
I have a few wacky suggestions, but I'm going to go straight to Marcus with this one.
Yeah, well, for pure comedic value, I would have thought, and similar to Joe Pesci's look, Jason Alexander as Costanza, straight up. But then I remembered it's Tommy DeVito, and I just thought of DeVito, and I thought Danny DeVito. It's got to be Danny DeVito, and that scene in the back of the trunk where he's,
And he's just...
no spoilers here, but that would be hilarious. He'd have to have a brick to stand up to reach there. I think purely comedic value, Danny DeVito.
You don't think I know what's going on?
Oh, Jesus
I don't
Christ.
get it. Huh? Open your mouth, bitch. Prepare to be blasted, bitch. Brenda.
Ricky, who you got?
Bill Burr.
Ooh, nice.
Good
That
choice.
is a
Yeah,
good
Bill
choice.
Burr. I think he would be perfect for the role. He's definitely got the hot-headedness. He's got the accent. He's got the attitude. I'd love to see him just like lose it on somebody. We've seen him lose it on somebody, but like in Goodfellas, you know, it would be great.
Yeah, I have Charlie Day, which was my first pick.
Okay.
He's got that kind of like that high-pitched screaming, maybe a bit too much, but I feel like being surrounded by all these other actors, he'll tone it down.
Yeah, a couple of octaves.
Yeah, he'll give us a solid performance. Or local stand-up, Italian, Sebastian Maniscalco. Maniscalco?
Yeah, Maniscalco.
I butchered that, but it's all good. I think he would be great. Much taller than Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually much taller than a lot of my cast. But I feel like, let's invert the role a bit. Make him the biggest, toughest guy. I think he has the highs, the lows.
Yeah.
He's Italian. He grew up around Italian people. I feel like he fits that role to a T, and that would be
He is
quite
Italian.
fun.
Yeah. He's very Italian.
You see the first guy they send out? Take out your laptop!
So moving on, we have Karen Hill, Henry Hill's wife, played by Lorraine Bracco in the original movie. Solid performance she gave back then. I thought she was a big standout, went toe-to-toe with De Niro, Joe Pesci, even Ray Liotta in that movie.
Yeah.
Solid actress. I put down Emily Rossum from Shameless.
Shameless, yeah.
She's solid. I feel like she could pull this off. She's been in a few things. You can see her range just in that show alone.
Yeah.
I think it's really good. And I think acting across Ryan Gosling works fine. Playing the angry Jewish girlfriend, dating the Irish guy who wants to be in the mob. I think it's just a perfect mix-up. She's done the role before, basically. Maybe it's a bit of a typecast.
Maybe.
So I'll throw it to you, Marcus. What do you think?
Julia Louis-Dreyfus, for sure.
Interesting.
Elaine Bennis, I mean, come on. She's everything. She's for that role.
Yeah.
She's hilarious.
Ricky, who you got?
Well, I went with Jennifer Lawrence, actually.
Jennifer Lawrence,
Yeah,
eh?
well, I mean, in terms of going toe-to-toe with all the actors there, she's got the Oscar, but she's got the depth, man. She can act her like circles around a lot of these guys, too. So she's strong, she's tough, she's full of character, she's feisty. I think she'd be perfect to act alongside Zac Efron and just like see what that looks like, you know?
You know that most of your work is illegal, and you know that if you tried to divorce me, you know that I'm not saying that I would, but I'm saying that I could. And I'm saying that is why I don't like divorce, Irving.
I had another pick that I wasn't sure, but now that you're talking about sass and spice and everything nice, I guess. I was thinking of Lizzie Kaplan, who would be an interesting bet. I feel like she's a very good underrated actress. She's in the show Master of Sex.
Yeah.
She does a very good performance in that. She's very good, very fun. Maybe across Ryan Gosling would be a good pick for me.
I'd like to throw in an Australian here. I don't have any Australians on my list, but Toni Collette is one of the best actresses I've ever seen.
Yeah,
she's in a film coming out right now, actually, which is a horror film, and it's supposed to be amazing. But yeah, I would chuck Toni Collette in there.
Cool.
All right, cool. So moving on, we have the resident mob boss, Paul Cicero, played by one of the original gangsters of Hollywood, Paul Sorvino.
Yeah.
So in this one, going back to your pick, I cast Tom Hardy.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you guys have seen
He's a bit young for that, though,
I know,
feel.
but I don't know if you guys have seen the pictures of the movie he's working on now called Funzo, which I think is the Al Capone movie.
That's the Capone movie.
But when you see his face in that movie, and the way he's done his makeup and the way he's sitting and his stature, I feel like he's the perfect replacement for today's Paul Sorvino. But we do need the makeup.
Yeah, you
Tom
definitely
Hardy
need the makeup.
Is a bit too un-Italian looking.
Yeah, definitely.
He's definitely,
yeah, he doesn't look like a mob boss. But
yeah, but I think Tom Hardy would be that stoic, kind of acts with his eyes, because you never really hear much from him in the original movie. He's kind of just there, giving
he's
the
cool,
orders.
Collected, yeah, right.
I think Tom Hardy would be perfect for that.
Okay.
Who you got?
I got an Australian, actually, or he's from New Zealand. Russell Crowe.
We say he's from Australia when he does well.
Okay.
And if he does something bad, like throw a phone at a hotel staff, he's New Zealander.
Yeah. Russell Crowe, though, I mean, in terms of the look, you know, we've seen him. He's kind of got when he's gotten big and just kind of mean mugged. And I think he could. I think he could do some damage in the role. I definitely see him giving orders and kind of being the big boss and calling all the shots.
That's good. Yeah. I like it. I see it. I see him sitting down.
You see him, right?
Well, he was Superman's dad.
There you go.
So, and also Robin Hood.
Also Robin Hood.
Both mediocre performances to compare him to.
And the Master and Commander.
And the Master and Commander.
Gladiator. True. You know, he's done it all.
And he's done it all. Who do you have, Marcus?
In this day and age with the internet and with cameos from politicians becoming celebrities and reality TV stars
and
becoming actors and presidents, exactly, you've got my point right there, Donald Trump.
Wow, oh damn.
He's a TV star, he wants to be in it, and this would be a great role for him because he doesn't say much at all. He'd be in the background, he's just kind of...
Oh, man.
And they get to look at him and kind of fear the guy, which is what we do now. We look at the guy and go, oh, what is going on? This guy has too much power.
You're fired.
If it wasn't Scorsese doing this movie, which is pretty much insane, who would be your pick for director?
Tarantino.
Tarantino, I like that.
He did Reservoir Dogs. He's done Inglourious. He has he gets the ensemble cast together and they have a good dynamic. So why not Goodfellas?
And he's good when he's controlling like a big cast of A-listers. But then who would Samuel L. Jackson play in the movie? Would he reprise his role of the guy getting shot in the head?
I think he would play himself.
He would just play himself?
Samuel L. Jackson can't be replaced. I mean, it's just not possible.
So it's good. We already got a one-up since Sam Jackson was in the original movie. So we're good there.
There we go.
Initially, I would have gone with Wes Anderson. I think his films are so quirky and funny. However, again, purely for silliness, the Farrelly brothers.
Oh shit!
This is comedy, guys. This is you guys are reenacting the movie as a new version of what it was. Yeah. But I'm going a whole different angle.
You're saying if Goodfellas was made today, it would 100% be a comedy directed by the Farrelly brothers.
Why not? Why not? The quirky fellas.
Stranger things have happened, right?
I've gone for a guy who's been a bit hit and miss. Shane Black.
Okay.
He makes solid movies. He's good with character pieces. We had Kiss Kiss Bang Bang with Val Kilmer and Iron Man. I don't know how I forgot his name, which is crazy. Robert Downey Jr.
That is a bit weird.
And also he did The Nice Guys, reference from Ryan
Nice Guys
Gosling.
and Russell Crowe.
So you know what? Maybe he'll overthrow my Tom Hardy pick and go for your Russell Crowe pick and be like, yeah, we'll just remake this movie a little bit better.
Hey, Henry, hurry up, will you? My mother's gonna make some fried peppers and sausage for us.
All right, guys, that's it for us. Marcus, where can we find you?
You can find me touring across Canada for the next few months. All my information's on itsmarcusryan.com or find me on social media, Marcus Ryan.
Ricky, thank you very much for being on this panel. We can catch all your great stuff on Mojo Plays, weekly show Deconstructed. You helm that. And if you liked what you saw, make sure you tell us who's your favorite recast in the comments below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, make fun of me, all in the comments below. We'll see you next time on What If? Bye.
Bye.